Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. My name is Siobhan, and today we're doing messages from Atlantis. So we've seen a lot of themes of ancient Egypt, and I always associate or correlate ancient Egypt with both Syrian energy and also Atlantean energy. So I kind of wanted to do a little bit of like a lumped in reading. It's going to be a bit of all of those things, but we're going to get some messages about blessings from Atlantis that are wanting to be brought to your awareness right now or that you're receiving. So we have the three groups to choose from. Group 1 is the Four of Swords. Group number 2 is the Eight of Wands. And group number 3 is the Ten of Cups. If you feel called to more than one card, that's fine. You might even want to watch all of them front to back or in a particular order. If you only feel called to one, just watch that one. But yeah, take what messages resonate with you and leave the rest. We'll see you in your readings. All right. Hi, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Four of Swords. I was originally going to make this reading just messages from Atlantis, but I was kind of almost dreading doing this reading. I don't know why. I felt like there may be some dark stuff that came through, and so I kind of switched the topic to blessings from Atlantis. And the Four of Swords here, the blessing feels to me like recovery. So there's a recovery of memory is something that I'm hearing, and I think that's why I was fearing like the fall of Atlantean memories coming back up, and I was like, oh, I really don't want to tap into that. That's really hard. But I'm feeling, because I switched the topic to blessings from Atlantis and from the Atlanteans, I feel like you're actually reconnecting to the memories from this past timeline. And we are actually in the midst of a timeline clearing for Atlantis right now up until October. So there's a lot being sort of regurgitated back into the conscious mind, if you will, from those timelines. So pay attention to what is coming up, and I think we're going to get some information about what that is or how you're going to work with it in this reading. Okay. Beautiful. Nine of Cups. Okay, I'm happy. I'm so relieved. I'm very relieved to see that and to connect with this energy instead. Group number 1. So you're actually recalling how harmonious things were. So instead of tapping into the painful experiences of the fall, I'm actually sensing more like tuning. I'm hearing retuning to the synchronicities. Actually, the retuning synchronicity came up earlier this week. I was seeing guitars, and that usually tells me that there's some kind of like a retuning happening or a toning going on, attunement. So I feel like you're retuning your current self to the vibration of this. I'm hearing the word peace, but it's more like, yeah, I guess a sense of fulfillment that does bring you that feeling of peace and contentment. And then from that, you're able to, actually, I'll put that up there. You're able to, I'm hearing tap into healing. So you're bringing healing. Yeah, recovery, but it's like recovery to recovery. Does that make sense? You're recovering your memories and connecting, tuning to that past frequency, and then you're recovering from that. Through that, I guess I should say. You're using that to help you recover in the now. The Sun, yeah, this is major recovery energy. Wow, okay. I hesitated doing this reading for over a week, and I don't normally do that, but I was just like dreading it because I lived in Atlantis. I remember things that were not so good, and I was afraid. I didn't want to feel that. And I had this epiphany or this prompt from Spirit, like I said, to just switch the topic and just switching the intention. And I think this is part of the message, is that we're retoning those past timelines. We're not connecting to the pain anymore of the fall or the cataclysm. Instead, we're connecting to the healing. We're connecting to the beautiful energy and the experiences we had there. And I feel like this is why it's so important that I had to sit down and do this reading tonight, even though I was feeling resistance, was because we are working on this collectively. And especially for you, group one, there's a lot of healing happening. Like the Sun card is the healing card. So you are recalling these parts of the self, bringing consciousness back to this part of you. They're showing me it to me like, like a piece of your soul coming back. Soul retrieval actually feels similar or looks similar to what I'm seeing here clairvoyantly. So yeah, you're recalling this part of your soul, reconnecting to the beauty, the peace, the contentment, the fulfillment that is the source of healing, that is the source of all creation, is actually what I'm feeling. 2 of crystals. I think the purpose of this is to balance things out because there's a timeline split going on right now, and it's been a little bit challenging. There's been a lot of solar flare activations currently, like right now in this timeline. And I feel as though the reason we're being called to tap in or tune into these messages from the Atlanteans and from our previous Atlantean selves is because we are bringing, again, that energy of healing forward, embodying that in the now, tuning our soul frequencies to that so that things can balance out in this new timeline that's being created. Yeah, talk about balance. Another 2, the 2 of Cups. So there's emotional fulfillment and emotional healing that is happening from this, especially as it relates to this union with the self. I was getting that before because they were showing me like this part of the self coming back. And that's what this 2 of Cups is talking about here to me. It's like you're recalling a part of the soul. There's a reunion of you and you. Now this could have to do with divine counterpart, hierogamic union, or even a twin flame situation or dynamic. We have the 7 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay, this is what caused me to hesitate to do this reading, was because of this type of energy. The 7, but I feel like this was, they're telling me this was the past. This was the past and it's time to move on. Okay. They're telling me something about glorifying needles. I have no idea what that's talking about. Can you explain, Spirit? They're showing me like needles of the past. And instead of feeling the pain, it's like you're extracting or pulling out. And I'm hearing placebo, and the placebo is a positive effect caused by our belief. Literally, a physical change can occur because we believe in something, because we have put our intention or our consciousness into it, our focus. Okay, so what they're showing me is that we're like extracting these needles that were causing pain, and we're drawing only what was good from that past, distilling. They're showing me like a distillation of that previous timeline's positive qualities and the consciousness we had there, and then pulling that out and bringing it into the now. Yeah, bringing that into the now. And then I'm feeling this like warming in my chest. I can feel it in my heart center. It's like the sun is beaming directly onto my chest. Like there's a spotlight of the sun right into my heart. That's what this is bringing in. And this is an energy activation too, by the way. Group number 1, I wasn't sure if we were going to do that today, but just by what I'm being shown and what I'm feeling, it definitely is. It's a timeline activation. They're telling me, okay. Oh, so they want me to go into this deck next. Okay. This is the Angels of Atlantis deck. Thank you to Yesenia. She sent in all these decks to us. Huge box. Oh, just deepest gratitude to her. Okay, I feel this card. Gabriel, benediction. I do want to read these out of the book. Okay. Okay, so Gabriel, the divine messenger, balance. This one's benediction. Okay, hold on. But I do think balance is important here. Yeah, I want to read both because we had these 2 2s back to back. So this to me is talking about balancing things out. And I just realized 2 + 2 is 4. And we've got the 4 over here as your main significator. But anyway, Gabriel wants you to know you have been too busy and wishes you to become more earthed, to take stock of past actions that have resulted in your life process becoming out of equilibrium. Whenever our yin-yang dualistic force moves out of balance, our energy drops. Gabriel asks you to create harmony by yielding to meditation and stillness so that the divine messengers may remove your burdens. Gaze at the wonderfully integrated intelligence of Leonardo da Vinci's art, and you will feel an altogether different state emerging. Then, Om Madne Padme Hum, chanted 3 times, will rebalance your process as this mantra opens compassionate yielding in our hearts. Yeah, I was feeling the heart, and I actually did a members reading. It was the week ahead reading today, and I referenced the Da Vinci Code and like the way that Da Vinci would code things, and the way that he wrote them down, like he would write it backwards and you'd have to read it through a mirror. So there was something about reflection in that message on the member side of the channel, and that like literally the same day this reference comes up again. So that's a synchronicity. Did you see that fluff just come out of nowhere? Where the heck did that come from? From the angels, that's where. Okay, benediction. Gabriel wishes you to know that many blessings are sent to you from the angelic kingdoms. Simply yield to this. Don't resist. Just let go. The joy and love you will receive as flow directly from Source will surpass anything else you may experience. These feelings are the virtues that will always be received in the holy instant of benediction. The angel service is to be a loving conduit for the divine, lifting away any challenge you may experience. Fear makes us unaware of the angels. Surrender the grip of fear and your blessings will accrue. Say a prayer like Hail Mary full of grace as a song to the divine feminine, illuminating the nature of your connection with the holy ones. Okay, it's interesting that they mentioned fear there because I was talking about that, how I was having resistance because of fear. And that comes from like a little bit of PTSD from those lifetimes, you know. It's, oh, and I just saw 11:11 on the recording time. So yeah, confirmation that we're resetting the timeline. Good. Ask for help. Okay, so I feel like this is a message to me and to you as well, group number 1, that anytime that we're feeling fear, we need to ask for help from the angels. We need to call on them. We need to connect. We need to, yeah, they're showing me like that conch shell being blown as like a signal for support. So call in your team, I'm hearing. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Call in your team because the deception, the illusion, the distortion of the 7 of Swords is the fear. That's what's kind of been looping and keeping the timelines stuck and preventing the ascension process or the collective ascension. It's happening anyway, but I mean, like, it's been slowing it down. Awareness. So we have to bring awareness to these things so that they don't rule us. We have to bring awareness to that fear, but I'm seeing shining a light. That is so strange. Sorry, my thought just got interrupted by a message. They said something about gossip. What is this about? They're showing me this energy of this mermaid being like wanting to gossip with her friends. What is that about? Okay, the light. I feel like this is connecting with your light crew. Like that's really kind of the message I'm getting here. It's not about gossiping in a negative sense. It's more like sharing the information that needs to be shared. Because if we don't connect and we don't talk about this, then none of us really know what's going on, and divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall. So we have to stand together. We need to communicate. That's Archangel Gabriel. He's the messenger. It's all about communication. We have to communicate. We have to talk about, we have to bring light to these things. We need to ask for help when we need it. We need to reach out to each other. We need to connect in this way because it's through this connection to each other and to ourselves that we're healing, that we are shifting, that we are realigning and rewriting. I'm also hearing rewriting the timelines to better serve the collective unity, where this 9 of Cups and the Sun can become the principles upon which this culture, this society is founded on, which it's not right now. It's founded on this 7 of Swords energy. That's why it's here on the bottom of the deck. But the 7 of Swords as the foundation here is what we are breaking away from. And they're showing me these swords as needles, like being removed, which I could read further into, but I'm not going to here on YouTube on this open platform. But I think that if we even just look at the symbolism of needles, you'll understand what I think they're referencing here. Okay, let's get a card from the sacred portals because I feel like this is a portal that we're going through. The sun portal, they just said, okay, yeah, so this will have to do with the solar activations as well. Rebirth, yeah. The fire, the phoenix is like the sun. Yeah, this is solar consciousness for sure. This is intense, okay? Like, I know I've been going through it. Oh, look at that. I was going to put the deck down and I turned it over. Graduation. I was seeing something about curtains as well. I was getting a lot of synchronicities to do with curtains and graduation. So this is just confirmation of what I was seeing, is that we are graduating right now. Yeah, I'm going to leave this card in. We are graduating right now. So there's many souls that are leveling up to the next level. This does require a rebirth, which can be a little painful. And that's why, if it is difficult, take time to rest, to recover, to communicate, to ask for help, to bring awareness to these things, especially if there's anything mental health wise going on. Because I know that during these solar flares that have been so intense and these timeline shifts, there's a lot of psychic attacks that are happening. A lot of light workers who are realigning these old timelines and shifting into the new creations are getting attacked very systematically. So it can show up as mental health issues and like exacerbation of those things, or even like to an extreme extent psychosis, because there's an attack of the mind. And that's really where our power is in our mind, in our consciousness, and in our free will. So that's why I think I need to bring awareness today to this, and it's important that we each bring awareness to this within ourselves and to each other, because when we shine light on these things, they are not so scary. They're not hidden in the background. They're not able to be used to manipulate us or to distort the truth. So the more we talk about this and we bring it into the light of day, the more that we are acquiring this new level of consciousness, rebirthing ourselves and moving out of the imbalances so that we can graduate as individuals, and maybe even like in this phase of the light worker journey, but more so in regard to like the collective ascension. There's a human collective graduation that needs to happen so that humanity can get to that next level of consciousness. And if you're here on this channel and you've been called to this reading by Spirit, there's no coincidences. Everything happens in divine order. And there's a reason you're hearing this. Even if you don't understand half of what I'm talking about, your soul does. And so it was called here for a reason, to receive this information, activations, and awareness. So group number 1, I really see this timeline shift taking place for you right now. You are going through a part of this collective rebirth, and there's a lot that's coming to your consciousness. So as you recall these things, it may be a bit of a mixed bag. You know, you might have some stuff coming back up to the surface that's painful. You might have some stuff coming up that's really beautiful. Pay attention to it all. And if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it from your spirit team, you know, your guides, your angels, whoever you trust in spirit, and make sure that you've vetted them and you have your spiritual discernment completely online, but definitely use the support that you have. And that also includes the physical earth angels who are here, you know, the light workers who are here on this mission. Together, we need to rely on each other as well. I just keep getting this message of like, united we stand. So we have to, because a lot of the time what will happen is that this divide and conquer sort of approach or attack will happen. And so we need to intentionally come together, because that's part of how we rebirth. All is one. So when we come together, we unify. Things get a little easier that way. I'm also seeing something about deep consciousness. What is that, Spirit? What's that talking about? Yeah, they're showing me the heart chakra again. She's got this light in her chest, and then the hand here, the palm, is connected to the heart center. And they're showing me something about quantum. This is also reminding me, like the silver color here is reminding me of, it's like a silver sphere. There's something about that. I don't know what that's related to, but it was reminding me of like the silver lining, or this, the silver lining of some of the hardships is that there was beauty, there was growth from this, there is growth and rebirth from this. There is unification happening, there is healing happening, things are being brought to light. I'm hearing disclosure. Okay, Seven of Swords. It's like, it's not going to be hidden for much longer. Disclosure's coming. Yeah, they're talking about energy healing here. So they're giving me the Atlanteans are coming through and they're telling me like, this is healing codes. Oh, this could even be Orion hand codes. That's for healing and preventing psychic attack. Okay. And I'm hearing, don't look to the past anymore. Look to the future. So if you've had a lot of instances where you were recalling negative stuff from the past, I'm getting this message about look to the future. Take with you only what is in this Nine of Cups and Sun energy, which is like beautiful, happy, prosperous, loving, content, peaceful. Take only that. Don't take any of the negative stuff. They're talking about dropping a burden. Okay. Yeah, freeing yourself is freeing the collective and it's freeing the consciousness. There was some kind of a consciousness trap that they're telling me about around looping into deception. It's almost giving me like Decepticon energy. It's like, Decepticons, that's connected to Metatron. Yeah, like Metatronic reversals could be part of that as well. Oh my God, you guys, group number 1, this is intense. This was like a deep dive, but it's really beautiful because there's healing, big, deep soul level consciousness healing and timeline shifting, like quantum shifting. That's another thing this was reminding me of, was quantum. I was hearing the word quantum. I don't remember if I mentioned it. So there's quantum shifting happening and we need to come together, connecting with counterparts, connecting with our team, like shine your light. I'm seeing the lighthouse here in the background. Shine your light. Share your wisdom. The scroll just looked like, I know it's a graduation certificate, but it almost looked like a scroll of wisdom or knowledge of all of the things you've learned in this class or this course of, the past, like 25,000, 100,000 years. I don't even know. I don't know. I can't track linear time, but it's been thousands of years. And there's regeneration. The starfish just really jumped out at me. So regeneration of the soul. Regrowing parts of the self through love, I'm hearing. Regrowing parts of the self through love. And they're showing me the heart center again. And I'm feeling that warmth again. It feels like I just rubbed like Vicks Vapor Rub, but it's like warm instead of cold. And it's like I just drank hot soup. It feels really nice and comfy. I would sit in that feeling all day, like being warmed by the light of the sun or sitting next to a cozy fire. That's what it feels like. So the rebirth process does not have to be painful. Let it be healing. Let it be healing and come together. We heal as one. All right, group number 1. That is the message from Atlantis and from the Atlanteans and from Archangel Gabriel. So I hope that this was helpful in some way. Let me know how it resonates in the comments below or what you guys have been going through or shifting through. I know it's been intense lately and I'm not the only one. So sending you guys lots of love and healing and protection on your path for your greatest and highest good and the greatest and highest good of all. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting my work here on the channel and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. So you guys chose the 8 of Wands, or you were called to the 8 of Wands. The first thing I'm getting is to do with Bast or Bastet, and I'm hearing Temple Guardian. Okay. The 8 of Wands is a synchronicity from earlier today too. I did another reading and the 8 of Wands came out with a strong message on the member side of the channel. And then right after that, I sat down and watched somebody else's reading and the 8 of Wands was emphasized again. So I forgot that this was one of the significators for this reading. So, because I set this aside like a while ago, I described why that's the case in group number 1. So yeah, I basically, suffice it to say, I put off doing this reading for a bit because I was a bit concerned there was going to be some negative messages coming up, and then Spirit had me adjust my approach to blessings from Atlantis rather than just like messages in general. So I feel you're a Temple Guardian, group number 2. I feel like there's a coming together. I'm hearing lineage and I'm seeing you mirroring with someone. It's like you're able to work together. I'm seeing almost like teammates. Okay. 2 of Wands. There's definitely two here. There's two people. I can feel it. There's two people. And it's like they're the pillars. You and this other person are the two pillars that are held up. Yeah, I was going to say hold, but it came out held. So this is past tense from Atlantis. You held up the temple. Yeah, you co-ran that temple is what I'm being shown. 8 of crystals, you work together. And I'm seeing a lot of harmony and balance in this cooperation. Because that's what it was, cooperation. King of crystals, this could have been a masculine, or you could have been a masculine in that timeline or in that past life. Yeah, I see you guys, look at, you're perfectly balanced. They're both with these crystals, juggling them, balancing them out. Okay. Whoa, the universe. Yeah, this is to do with universal, and I am hearing Metatronic codes, okay? And Metatronic reversal as well, and I heard that when I was looking at the King of Crystals, but I wasn't sure, because some of that came up in group 1, but I wasn't, yeah, I don't know if it was just carryover, but nope, here it is. So what that's talking about is like masculine, feminine reversals, and getting the gender fins distorted, which is like the Merkaba, the masculine and feminine polarity within the self, distorting those frequencies so that the inner self is imbalanced. And what I'm seeing here is there's like a universal recode happening right now. This is a big message that needs to come through, Spirit's telling me. There's a universal recode happening, and they're showing me that, look, that's the Merkaba there. Yeah, and it's the recoded Metatronic. They're saying installation. Okay, so there's an installation of Metatronic, a reversal of the reversal, like bringing it back into harmony again. Yeah, and they're showing me perfect alignment, and it's like the alignment of the pyramids. Okay. The 5 of Wands. This person looks concerned to me. They look like they're wondering what's going to happen. And I feel like there was a Metatronic reversal that happened here. And then it's like you and your counterpart, your mirror, or this other half of you. I don't mean other half as in like this other person is the other half of you and you need them to complete you. It's a pairing. It's a gender pairing. Yeah, it is twin energy. Okay. And they're telling me that there's a recode. There was some kind of like a split that happened, and they're showing me something about this Atlantean timeline and the concern that your soul had about whether you were going to come back together with this person or whether you were going to get on the same path, because there was like parallel timelines that they're showing me. It was hard for you to reconnect with this person. You were connected in that past life in Atlantis, and it was really easy until things got broken. And they keep showing me, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, that what is that, like Metatron's cube? Yeah, that's, I think that's what that is. I can't remember. I don't study my sacred geometry as much as I should, but they did say Metatronic reversals and Metatronic repair installation. So yeah, there's a sacred geometric shift happening. The coding of the blueprint, I'm hearing, coding of the blueprint, star seed. Yeah, because you're a star seed, group number 2. And when you incarnated into the Atlantean timelines, you had a plan, a master plan, I'm hearing, a master plan. And you and your counterpart, you and your soul were going to not fracture, it's more like fractalize and go into this gender split so that you could experience the balance between the two. But I'm also seeing that the reversal was planned too somehow. Not that you planned it, but it's like you accounted for that in your plan. That's what I'm getting. And so you kind of like braced yourself for the impact of that split. And you've been working your way through the reversals ever since. That's what they're showing me. Knight of Crystals, pyramid codes, they said, and they showed me the light pyramid there in the corner. So something about the pyramid is really significant here. Using pyramid frequency, they said. Using pyramid frequency. And they're showing me in my mind's eye, like those copper, I think they are, copper pyramids that you sit under. It's just like a frame, but there's something about the energy of the pyramid that helps to it. Yeah, they're showing me the gender rotation because the pyramid is connected to, it's like one side of that Metatronic coding. Okay. Yeah, they're showing me how the energy comes down into the top of the pyramid and then it like spins around. So it's like it beams down into the pyramid and then it like spins around like that. And they reversed the flow. So that's why it repelled instead of pulled in or attracted or created. And this affected the universe because when you mess with the coding or you mess with the blueprint or you mess with the energy of an individual, a civilization, an entire culture like that of the Atlanteans, this has a ripple effect. Everything is connected in the unified principle. And so like if you mess with that, you mess with the whole mathematics of the universe and things start to break down. And that's why it's like you had to, at soul level, account for what was going to happen and then work to counteract it, work to unpack it, I'm hearing. Oh, and my stomach just got kind of like, ooh, there's a snake in my stomach. There's a snake in my boot. Maybe we just need a little bit of comedic relief there. But no, I felt like there was a snake in the stomach. Okay, so there's some kind of like a disruption code there. What's that about? 9 of Crystals, 9 of Pentacles. And I'm hearing purging of the elite. Ooh, okay. Purging of the elite. This is an intense reading. 5 of Crystals on the bottom. So the overarching energy is like the distortions of they're showing me the weak and the few. What does that mean, Spirit? Something about the weak and the few? What does that mean? Oh, yeah. The elites who benefited from the downfall of the sacred balance of these codes became the overlords or like rulers of society going forward, the broken system. And they represent that and they still exist to this day. And so there's this energy of dichotomy or disparity between the wealthy, the powers that be, or should I say the powers that were, and the those who were shaken from their own inner stability. And so because when your gender fins are distorted, when you're experiencing Metatronic reversal, it's a lot harder to manifest. It's a lot harder to experience wealth and abundance. It's a lot harder to get into alignment with your divine mate and really like massively expand out your quantum field and start to shift timelines and realities and create the new earths, plural, the dimensional shifts. So like all of this stuff was thwarted. And they're showing me the solar plexus chakra being significant here. Oh yeah, the snake in the stomach, literally in the stomach. So there was I'm feeling the energy of envy. Yeah, it's like they would use certain frequencies of emotion to further distort you away from yourself. Okay, Raziel, dreams. They're telling me to get one more from this deck. Jophiel, meditation. Okay, this feels like astral work, group number 2. Let's read these out of the book though. Okay, so Raziel is the divine mysteries. Okay, we have the dreams one. So your dreams are one of the most powerful oracles you access, and Raziel illustrates that messages are filtering through your dream kingdom at present, which will help you with your next important life decision. Don't worry if you cannot remember your dreams, as your unconscious has them in store for the higher self or Ka to interpret. Try to keep a dream journal to develop the ability to read the metaphors of this part of your consciousness. Sit in stillness to assist the interpretation of your consciousness. Okay. And then Jophiel The Holy Liberator, forgiveness. When you draw this card, no, she's talking about meditation. Finding stillness in detachment helps us towards the angelic freedom evoked by meditation. Jophiel provides us with his yellow ray. That is solar plexus. Okay, yeah, I was feeling it. Confirmation. All we need do is quieten our mind, then we may hear the angels sing. So at dawn and at sunset, practice meditation. Breathe deeply. Listen intently through a relaxed state to the divine Om, and then be still to hear the music of the angelic kingdoms. This will bring your own oracular messages. Please be aware of your solitude, stillness, and silence. I do feel like forgiveness may be part of this as well. I won't read it, but if you want to pause and read it, you surely can. The Holy Liberator and the divine mysteries, liberation of mysteries, liberation of things that were unsolved. I was getting synchronicities all week before doing this reading about like unsolved mysteries and cold cases that need to be resolved. And I knew it had nothing to do with like a literal thing. This is to do with Atlantean timelines, that the crime was committed and it was never quote unquote solved, in the sense that the individuals who committed that crime were not held accountable, karmically or otherwise. And so, first of all, there needs to be reparations. And second of all, there needs to be accountability for those individuals who really distorted humanity and the Atlanteans as well. And I wanted to say such as yourself. So group number 2, yeah, you were definitely an Atlantean. Recognition. Yes, I recognize that you are an Atlantean, group number 2. And I think this is important for you to recognize as well. I'm also getting a message about you will recognize this counterpart if and when you come, not if and when, I don't mean if as in if you come together. I mean, if you haven't already met them. You will recognize them, and I'm feeling that you will recognize them from in your dreams, like you will have dreamt about them because you would have you've been visiting each other in the astrals. Is what they're showing me. And during meditation, you may have already connected to them. You may have a telepathic connection with them, even though you've never connected in person, because energetically you are one soul. So there is no way of fully splitting or separating. Even if you're incarnated into 2 separate quote unquote physical bodies, you're still the same soul. So there is no separation. There is no real split. But the reversals, the gender reversals, did create distortions in the way that you could contact each other, hear each other, unite with each other physically and astrally, etc. So I'm seeing you being able to recognize this person. I'm hearing you will feel them. Okay, so you will feel them, and there's a coming back together. The 8 of Wands is like fast movement and things already set in motion. So there's momentum here, and I almost wanted to say mimosa. Okay, mimosas could be significant for somebody somehow. I don't know how that's related, but Spirit always has me like missay words when it's part of a synchronicity or a message. So mimosas could be significant. Turn away. I'm hearing it's your turn. Oh, and they're showing me like playing tag, which is runner chaser energy. Yeah, this is all twin flame stuff. Okay, so don't turn away. Don't turn away from yourself, group number 2, because it can be triggering, especially when those reversals have been in play. So focus on healing and repairing the energy within yourself, getting your Merkaba back into its healthy orientation of spin. They're saying fluidity is important, something about fluidity. So this could be even like feminine energy. That's one of the polarities within the self, to balance out the feminine energy. That's going to help. And they're showing me the pyramids again, the copper pyramids. Big, small, doesn't matter. Just something about those copper pyramids is helpful. Abundance. Yeah. Okay. So this is part of it too. It's not just the reunion with the self and the physical. It's also about how this manifests money for you. Not just money, but like abundance, physical security, I should say, or the feeling of more than enoughness. And it's like this 5 of crystals, which is lack, that's 5 of pentacles energy, and the 9 of crystals, which is abundance and more than enoughness and independence, have been in direct opposition. Like I was saying, there was a dichotomy, or there was a split because of the greed of the, I want to say, usurpers, like the powers that were. They sought to control, and they limited through financial means as well. But it's not about the money. It's about the connection to your ability to manifest. It's about your ability to create your reality. And if you've been stuck in lack, there's a reason why that's directly connected to those Metatronic reversals. Ooh, unknown. That's the dream realm. That's the astral. Like, there's some unknown factors here. Group number 2, that you will discover through deep self-introspection with you, yourself, and it's almost like me, myself, and I. Maybe there's like unknown layers of the self. Alter egos, that's actually a synchronicity I was seeing earlier today, something about alter egos. And it's almost like your human self is part of the alter ego, and you need to actually connect to this more unknown part of yourself, recognizing this part of you that you forgot. Don't turn away from it. They keep saying that. Don't turn away from it. Connect to it, because it's going to help you recognize your other part. It's like if you can recognize the unmasked version of you, you're going to be able to recognize the other individual who is you as well. Because if you see yourself clearly, you're going to see them clearly, and vice versa. Voyage. Okay, there could be something to do with a vacation here. This could be voyaging into the astral realms, meditation and dreams. Yeah. I heard don't turn away from the opportunity, and they're showing me a cruise ship clairvoyantly. Oh yeah, mimosas. They serve mimosas on cruises, like for brunch. This could be a literal cruise. On the bottom, though, we have descend. Yeah, so descending, don't turn away from your shadow. Don't turn away from yourself. Descend into the unknown, the dark parts of the self, the dream realm, the astral. They're saying that a lot here because this is where you're going to find the key. They're talking about a key to the blueprint, to rewrite the original spin. They're saying something about a network. What is that, Spirit? They're telling me something about a gender twin network. That's what they said, gender twin network. It's almost like, I guess, networks of these fractal selves that have been split, and they're like scattered to the winds is what they're showing me. There may be travel to reconnect with this individual, and they're showing me the schools of fish like coming back together, and schools of fish swimming together like that in harmony, in unison. That is about entrainment. So again, it's like the deeper you go with yourself into the unknown, and you recognize these aspects of you that may have been forgotten or repressed or distorted or manipulated in some way, the more that you are coming back into harmony, and through that you're able to they're talking about voyaging deeper and deeper into the self, starseed consciousness too. They said Precambrian. I channeled that earlier this week, and they showed me this island here that almost looks like a volcano. This is like the foundations of the earth. And I channeled that out, and then I had to look up what Precambrian meant because I was like, what is that? And apparently it was like when the earth was still forming its rocks. It's the earliest fossils too. So you're in training with this prehistoric self. This goes way past Atlantis. This is like part of a much larger time cycle is what they're showing me clairvoyantly. They're showing me like these loops of time and how they're all interconnected, and it's really, really complex, and I don't even begin to understand it. But they're showing me that there's like these cycles looping and spiraling and expanding, and they're all overlapping. And there's this one that's connected to Atlantis, it's connected to Assyrian timeline, and it's connected to Egypt as well, the pyramids, I mean, I do associate Atlantis and Egypt together because that's how I see them clairvoyantly. And it's connected to this Precambrian era. The inception, they're saying the inception. Oh yeah, dreams, inception. Huh. And they're telling me seed coding. There's seed coding in the dream realm. Or is that connected to the Precambrian era and the seed coding on the earth? They said the seed coding on the earth mirrors that which is in the blueprint of the soul. Okay. And they're telling me something about the foundation of abundance. And they're saying when the earth was new, when the earth was formed, the seeds of abundance were sown. The seeds of abundance, I feel like this is talking about consciousness. Because they're showing me galactic seeds. They're showing me like shooting stars, actually. Meteorites, they're saying. Oh, yeah. And I'm hearing solar consciousness, solar logos consciousness being seeded onto the planet physically through these meteorites. They're showing me that holy shit, this is going to be controversial, but I got to bring it through. They're showing me clairvoyantly that the first life on Earth was seeded by meteorites. What? At least in the timeline that they're showing me. Like, just as like a disclaimer, there's multiple different timelines. So in one timeline, it could have been created organically here on Earth, but the one they're showing me, it was seeded through meteorites. It's galactic DNA, they said. And they're showing me microorganisms of this galactic DNA. And it was sent here. It didn't just fall haphazardly. It was sent here. Okay. Oh my God. This is not what I was expecting, but you never know with spirit. They've been bringing through some like really intense stuff lately. So, I mean, I can't say I'm surprised, but I am. Group number 2, this is really a high level clearance, they're telling me. Okay. So those of you who are drawn to group number 2, you have high level soul clearance. And yes, there is a hierarchical structure, not like there is on the negative side, which is very oppressionist, but like there needs to be some level of security clearance for certain souls, depending on the level of consciousness and the embodiment of the truth. Yeah, it's part of the universal laws. It's part of the law of one, all of that. So look, group 2, the gist of this blessing, okay? The blessing here is that you are coming into union with the self. You are righting the wrongs of the past. And in doing so, not only are you unifying this wholeness within you, it's not even about the other person physically, it's just this wholeness within you, the hierogamic union, and it's creating this momentum that I'm seeing that's absolutely shifting the foundation of your life. Like the foundations of the earth in this case are your life, your timeline, the way you experience it, your foundation of abundance could be part of this as well. The pillars can talk about your ability to anchor and sustain your light body. Your Merkaba building out stronger actually helps to build out your light body into, they're saying something about fourth dimension. There could be codes in the fourth dimension. That's the thought realm, that's dreams, that's astral. Okay, so look there, look to your fourth dimensional blueprint. They're saying something about schematics. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, your higher self will, if you were drawn to this reading. So you just used your higher self in the dream realm. Give them the instructions that are coming through here. They'll know what to do. You don't consciously have to know what to do. Just give them the instruction set. Your higher self will put it into implementation. This is what they're showing me here, is like they needed to bring through this information to you to kind of get a clearance loop, like a loophole in the clearance system, so that it's like by having some level of awareness at the conscious level with your ego, your human self having awareness of this, you are able to ask for that information and then you will receive it. And so the only way that your higher self could intervene in this way, or that your starseed aspects could be reintegrated like that, was by bringing your awareness to this in a way that I'm hearing was non-threatening. But I was going to say that wouldn't freak you out or overwhelm you or confuse you even further. So this was the way that they chose. And so that's why you're here. Okay. Wow. Alrighty. So group number 2, that is the blessing. I mean, abundance. Abundance. Yeah. But it's like metaphysical, spiritual. The riches of the soul, they're telling me. Yeah, the riches of the soul. Unbound. And that does flow into the material. I'm seeing healing of lack, if that has been an issue. Okay. All right. So group number 2, go into your dreams, pay attention to them, deep meditations as well, turn towards the self, do some of that shadow work. Recognition is going to help. Dive into the unknown. There's something that's unlocking, and you will see the abundance of that coming about in, they're saying, the short distance future. Short distance future. Okay. I've never heard them say it like that before. So short distance future. Again, this feels like a trip, maybe a short distance trip. Yeah. They're showing me the rocks, which is to do with the foundation again and Precambrian. They also showed me Buddha, which can have to do with the Buddhic layer of the light body. Okay. Yeah. If you don't have any idea of what I'm talking about here, group number 2, because there's a wide range of people who are drawn to my readings, and some of them are beginners and some are advanced. If you are a beginner, you may want to look on the Ascension glossary. It's ascensionglossary.com. Energetic synthesis. There's a lot of information there about this. And if you don't fully understand that, don't worry, you will eventually. It's just being seeded into your consciousness now. And if you know what I'm talking about here, or you know some of it, that's good. That's helpful. It means you're already kind of on this path here. And I see you swimming through the waters, and I see you swimming towards that light, and you'll get that clarity. Yeah, there's so many fishes in the sea, and you're going to be able to recognize the one. That's what they're showing me. That is so cool. Something about a cat. The cat in the bubble here. Cats and dogs. Masculine and feminine, cats and dogs. Yeah. 5 of Cups underneath there. 5s and 5s. Yeah. Travel. Change. Movement. All right. I could go on, but I don't want to go too deep into this. I'm just going to leave it at that. Group number 2. There's definitely blessing of potential union here. Reunion with the self, definitely. And a deep unlocking of your abundance at the soul level, which will directly translate to your physical reality and your life in this timeline. So I'm sending you lots and lots of love and blessings for your greatest and highest good. And so I wanted to say, and so it is, but it almost wanted to come out, and so it may be. So I feel like some of this is up to you. 8 of Wands, for you to put that into motion. So you can make it what you want it to be. All right, group number 2, sending you lots of love. Thanks for being here on the channel. Let me know how this resonates in the comments below, or if you have questions. I try to read comments as much as possible. I don't always have the energy to extend to everyone, but I do my best. So thank you guys. I love you for all of your beautiful support and energy here, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the 10 of Cups. Actually, I want to say the 10 of Cups chose you. That has never happened in a reading before, but that's what I'm hearing. Okay, so the 10 of Cups chose you, group number 3. And the 10 of Cups is like the happily ever after. This is the completion. It's a happy ending. It is the fulfillment of all your dreams and wishes. That's I just heard. I mean, yes, it is that, but I heard that. It's the fulfillment of all your dreams and wishes. And you right now might be asking, where are these? I don't see them, because I see these women being like, huh? What are you talking about? I don't see no happiness. What you talking about, Willis? But no, I'm seeing you breaking free, actually. That just channeled right out of my mouth. I didn't actually see that, but that just popped right out there. So, okay. You're breaking free, perhaps from a pattern of confusion. I'm also hearing delusion. And the blessing from Atlantis is that you're getting, I'm hearing booked up. Okay. So for some of you, this could be booked up. You could be offering services and getting booked a lot, or something. What? That doesn't seem to connect with the 10 of Cups, but that's what they said. All right. Let's see. Page of Swords. Does she not look like Katy Perry? That's just so random. I just got this deck, and the first thing I saw was like, that's a blonde-haired Katy Perry. Right there. You got the 10 of Swords. Okay. I'm hearing unbound. Oh, yeah. You're freeing your mind. Look, 10 and 10. You're freeing your mind. The Wheel of Fortune. That's another 10. X marks the spot. X is 10 in Roman numerals. Yeah, so 10, 10, 10. Completion across the board. I'm hearing unbound again. They're and the blonde hair, she's got blonde hair too. All of these, everyone's blonde. I don't know if the entire deck is like that because it's a new deck to me, but I'm just like, that's popping out at me. And when spirit pops things out at me, there's significance to it. You know what the blonde hair reminds me of? It reminds me of when I was a Pleiadian. If you're interested in that story, I have the Pleiadian Starseed Origins video on my old channel, To Kitty and Beyond, which is linked on my homepage here on its Tarot and Beyond. And yeah, I was like this blonde-haired Pleiadian woman, and it was white blonde like all of these people. So there could be a correlation there to the Pleiades for you, group number 3, and connecting to a source. I'm hearing a source of income. That is so interesting. You may be a Pleiadian starseed group number 3 or have connections to Pleiadians, but I feel like you're a Pleiadian starseed and you incarnated into the Atlantean Timelines and you had a source of income helping to heal other people. That's what they're showing me clairvoyantly. Yeah, I heard worked for the masses. So you worked with hundreds of people, I'm seeing. They're showing me crystals, so you did crystal healing of some kind. Yeah, they're telling me crystal transmutation. So you probably have an affiliation to crystals in this lifetime too. There's some kind of knowledge or something being presented to you as part of this blessing that they want to bring through. Yep, Ace of Swords, Ace of Nords, oh, Nordic whites. They're also tall and have blonde hair. That's a different race of beings though. Okay, so there's something here. There's something here, group number 3, that the Atlanteans, specifically the Pleiadians, they're telling me very specifically for you, group 3, it's the Pleiadians that are actually coming through, but it's connected to Atlantis, and that's why it's correlated. There's something here about you retrieving information from the past in relation to how you used to heal and how you're going to create your happily ever after, or how you are creating your service to others template, your service to others path, your soul purpose. This is what we're talking about in your reading. Okay. Very different from group 2 and 1, but yeah, there's soul purpose message coming through here. Ace of Wands. This is, look, you got 3 10s and 2 aces. You kidding me? Are you kidding me? Group number 3. No, you're not. You're not kidding, because spirit never kids. Yes, they do. They kid a lot. But no, this is very serious. And it's positive because you got completion, beginning. And even the pages, they kind of signify ones to me as well. Because they're new beginning energy too. They're young. They are just starting out on their path. They're learning things, or they're in that beginner consciousness or beginner mindset. Even if it's not their first rodeo, it's not like their first go around, they're still being open to learning more, receiving, understanding, leveling up the consciousness. There's a shift of fate that I'm seeing here, group number 3, and it is big. It is big. You are completing a very, very big cycle here, and it's connected to the Atlantean timeline. That's why this is part of the message. But it's like, it's information and inspiration from your past skills. And I'm also seeing a community too, like a soul tribe, because you worked with hundreds of people. And they're telling me by fate's divine. I meant to say design, but it is fate's divine design. And they showed me these 3 people here, and it was like the fates, the 3 fates. This is by divine design, and it's like I'm hearing illustrator. Okay. Painting, wand, painting, paintbrush, writing. Speaking could be part of this. Pleiadians are great communicators. They excel. They're very charming. They're very artistically inclined. I talk about all that in that Starseed video, but Yeah, this feels to me like a renewal of some kind of passion. I'm hearing passion project. Another page. I can't with your reading group number 3. It's so synchronistic the way that all of these things are coming out like this. And the message is what the message is, but I'm seeing like you starting up again is actually what it feels like. You're not starting from scratch, you're starting up again. Maybe you're redirecting the way you're doing something, or you're getting clarity. And I'm hearing downloads too. You're getting clarity and downloads from your past successful implementations of service. That's what Spirit just said. Past successful implementations of service. And you're taking that and amalgamating it and using that in your current timeline, your current lifetime, to be able to create wealth for yourself. They're specifically talking about wealth. We don't have any Pentacles cards on the table yet, but we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and it's speaking to me of like a change of fate in terms of business, or entrepreneurship could be part of this. I'm seeing in my mind's eye the reading I did previously on the channel regarding self-employment, or following your life path, or what I can't remember what that reading was called, but it was talking about the leaving your 9 to 5. I think I actually just called it leaving your 9 to 5 or something like that. Time to take the leap. Page, come on. Are you seeing this, group number 3? You have to be, right? Like page, ace, 10, 10, 10. Like the repeating on this is just insane. This is like a completely blank, fresh start. Blank page. I'm hearing blank page. Blank canvas. You can create whatever you want. I feel like you've done some kind of karmic clearing, group number 3, or you are about to. No, I feel like you have done. I'm getting past tense energy. I mean, it depends, but it feels like it's coming in the past, like you completed some kind of, I am hearing mission. Okay, you completed some kind of level of your soul mission. Maybe it was like the hard, grindy part of your soul mission where you had to do all this work. And now you're going into the creative side of it, where your soul mission now is about encompassing your joy and creating and sharing that and healing others through your art, or through what it is that you're saying or speaking on, or like there's a lot of passion I'm feeling in what you're doing, and it fills your heart with joy. It feels like you're a child getting to play with the paints, like finger painting. It's just free. It just feels like freedom to me. I love it. Knight of Wands. Passion. I was just saying passion. Yeah. Because it is. It feels like you're so passionate about this movement that you're doing. Yeah, they're saying something about a movement. The Magician. Like you are manifester, group number 3. You are a manifester. You're a master manifester. And this is, it's lit. It's lit, group number 3. It's lit. I'm hearing, this girl is on fire. You guys are on fire. Or you're about to be. Uriel, trust. You're on fire. Group number 3. Haniel, willpower. Okay, look, you have all the will to make whatever you dream come true, group number 3. Like if you've been feeling, where the heck are my manifestations? Where's my happily ever after? Where's my, when is it my turn? I'm kind of getting that energy. It's like, oh, you don't even see it. And I almost want to get all like, girl, you don't even see it. Like, sorry, I'm like a middle-aged white woman. I should not be doing that. But that's the vibe that's coming through. It's like this energy of like, oh, you don't even know. Like, because let's look up these Uriel, transformation. Transformation is for sure. I can feel it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, H. Oh, it's right there. Right. Okay. All right. So let's do Wait. Oh my God. This is why we edit. This is why we edit. Frick is you. Oh, there. I found it. Okay. Trust that I'd find it. Trust. Disappointment often takes us to a state in life where the erosion of our faith in self, others, or the source occurs. Uriel is gently reminding you to practice belief, faith, and trust, for they are the three concomitants. Oh my God, I cannot say that word. Concomitants of love. The three concomitants of love: belief, faith, and trust. Belief, faith, and trust. The three faiths. Okay, yeah, I just made that correlation. Okay, where was I? Simply say a gentle prayer to Uriel, to the source, asking to develop the muscle of trust and to take away the fever of the untrust. Just like the soaring summits of wonderful, trusting Everest, you will once more spring forward with joy in your step. You may always trust the angels, for they love for the sake of love. Chant Ha through your heart chakra to stimulate heart tingles and a resurgence of trusting fibers to fill your life. Okay, so trust. And what's Haniel? She's talking about willpower. Okay. Just like the great whales of the ocean's deep, swimming in Mother Earth's tears, you are asked to bring willpower to your life in order to achieve the possibility of glory. The ancient souls of these beautiful sea creatures bring them to the flow of the universe. This reminds us that all is well in the divine matrix, and so take heart from their example. If your will is not currently flowing for you, ask Haniel for loving assistance, and you will feel the ruby ray force flooding through you, giving you such strength of purpose and healing that you will once again feel clear to emit your magnificence in the world. Chant Om 3 times for greater clarity. Okay, so use your willpower to have faith and trust. Because if you've been sitting here like, where's my manifestations? Where's my blessings? Where's the good things in my life? I've put in all this work. I've slaved away, I've trusted, I've had faith, and you're like, what is going on here? Am I manifesting correctly? What am I doing wrong? No, don't doubt your power, group number 3. I can feel from your energy that you're very powerful. It's just that you needed to like wrap up some old cycle, and this shift is taking place now, and you're reconnecting to these like powerhouse parts of yourself, powerhouse. And it's part of the Pleiadian connection that they're showing me is where those powerhouses are coming from energetically. It's your Pleiadian storehouse of knowledge, they're saying. And it's almost like, I think it's part of your Akashic library, your personal Akashic library in your soul blueprint, because they're showing me like you have a lot of skills, okay? You got mad skills, group number 3. And I'm feeling kind of silly in your energy, and I was not feeling that in group 1 or 2. I'm feeling like, kind of like funny and sassy and silly. I love it. That's so me, but I just feel like you're tapping into that kind of energy too. Maybe not taking life so seriously. That's very Pleiadian in their, their relaxed and happy expression. They're very fun, fun to be around. And I feel like this is how you can use your willpower. Don't take things so seriously. Play, have fun, make art. That's really what I'm feeling here. Oh my God. You literally have trust again. You can't make this stuff up. You see how you have all of these repeating confirmations? This is literally just through the cards. This is the way that Spirit has called you to this reading to prove to you, group number 3, that there is magic and that you can tap into that. You are the magician. And just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not there or it's not possible. So shatter your limiting mindsets, okay? Like completely shatter them, throw them on the ground, smash them into a million pieces, because they do not exist in this reality that you're moving into. That was a previous construction of limitation and confines. It was for a reason. It was connected to these timelines that you were looping in, destruction, distortion, stuff like that, but not anymore. Okay, you're out of it. So just trust that you'll start to see that. And again, the 10 of Cups chose you, not the other way around. So what you want wants you right back. If anything, it wants you more than you want it at this point, energetically. That's what it feels like. It's like what you want wants you more than you want it somehow. Hope, trust, hope, and faith. Did they not even say, I feel like they said that, or they said that word in that Uriel one. Oh no, it was belief, faith, and trust. Belief, faith, and trust. But hope, I feel like that's kind of like the same thing. Kind of like the same thing. And that's a message Spirit actually brought through to me. They're showing me actually the different colored rays here in the background. Blue ray, magenta ray, gold ray. Those could be significant. That's the 3 founder flames. Commitment. I feel like you're going to be asked to make a commitment. This could be literal, like to someone else, or this could be a commitment of trust, using your willpower to have faith, to trust, to have hope, to see beyond what you believe is possible. Committing to what you're creating is what I'm hearing for the future. Yeah. I'm hearing very near future as well. So it's really like not that far off. Group 3, Olympus. Oh yeah. It's a higher timeline. You're manifesting a higher timeline. Group number 3. That's what I'm getting here. And it's very much aligned to this higher expression of yourself. I did hear something about aquatic beings, and they showed me the whale tail. You may work with aquatic beings. I mean, this is an Atlantean reading. It's an Atlantean message. Yeah, the pearl just really stood out to me as well. Mintaka could even be significant. Oh. Mintakan Pleiadians, oh, they're like the most beautiful, light frequency, creative souls. They're just amazing, and they're meant to live lives that are very aligned to their frequency, which is very sweet, very light, very loving, very naturally trusting, and sometimes that can come off as like naive, but you do have the 3 pages here. It can come off as naive, but know that you're not. It's not a fault to trust. It's just, this isn't a world where you can necessarily trust everyone, whereas in Mintaka and the Pleiades, maybe a little different, right? So don't blame yourself for where you came from. Embrace the best qualities of who you are, group number 3. And commit to this higher goal. I'm seeing something about planting seeds for the future. Yeah, the future. Planting seeds for the future in your mind about what you want to create. I see that you're getting seeded with consciousness for the future as well, like ideas to implement, or business strategies or something creative. I don't know how this is going to apply to you, group 3, but there's something about receiving information, codes, downloads, inspiration, getting like divinely inspired ideas. Especially if you're a creative or you're an artist, you're going to be channeling a lot of information, inspiration. It's going to be coming through you like water. And I'm seeing something about glue. They're showing me glue. Don't let the glue like gum up the works. Don't let those like the stickiness slow down the flow. Or maybe this inspiration will help to like dissolve the glue that was maybe keeping things sticky. Or you could use glue to create something. It could be literal. You never know with spirit. But I do feel like there's a level of vulnerability to this for you, group number 3, but you have to know that what you have is valuable. You need to understand how valuable it is for you to, first of all, be in a high vibrational state. The universe needs you to be in a high vibrational abundant state. It needs that to be the case, because that puts you into this innocence, and that creates this whole magical timeline that you and others are meant to be in. It's like a God world that you're creating when you're happy and you're free and you're playful and you're light. You're meant to be that. And that's why this energy has chosen you, and that's why it's fated for you. That's why it's coming in. So welcome it with open arms is kind of what I'm seeing. They keep showing me the people with the arms out like this. So welcome it with open arms. Embrace the future. Unbind yourself from the ties of pain of the past is what I'm hearing. And then you will see the glorious golden new day. This is all coming through from spirit. I like when they get eloquent like that. So you will see that, and you will feel it more than anything. You'll feel it. But it will shift your life, and I'm hearing the results you're getting will change or shift as well. So especially if you've been having struggles in certain areas, maybe financially, maybe business, maybe commitments, or just feeling youthful, young, free, energized, happy, inspired, like all of that shifts and changes because this timeline is reorienting in a very big way, a very big way. And you're going to see what you thought was not possible or too far off in the distance. Like maybe it's a mirage because it's so far away. I can't tell if I'm even seeing that. No. The future's coming to you because they just showed me this boat way off in the distance. And it's like, oh, it's so far away. I can't even be sure if that's a boat. But this is like your happily ever after, whatever that means. Maybe marriage, maybe success in business, maybe just creative fun, all of the above, whatever. That boat is coming to you. And you know what they say when you're lost? They say don't go walking around, like stay where you are. There's something about staying where you are in the vibration of trust, in the vibration of hope. Stay where you are so it can find you. That is such a cool analogy. It's like if someone's looking for you, don't move around because then it's going to make it harder for them to find you. It's the same thing energetically. If you keep moving from hope to fear, it's like what you want is having a hard time finding you. It needs to find you in the energy of hope. It needs to find you in the energy of trust. So use your willpower, commit to that, and you will see it come to you. Yep. All right, group 3, that's the message. Doors are opening, closing those doors of the past, opening the doors to the future, and it is a bright, sunny future indeed. You are a powerful manifestor. Don't doubt that. Use your willpower wisely and you'll see it come about. All right, group 3, that's the reading today. That's the blessings of Atlantis that wanted to come through for you from, yes, Atlantis, but also the Pleiadians and that part of you. So sending you lots of love and hope for the future, for your greatest and highest good. Don't let that hope die. Keep it lit, keep it burning, keep that flame blazing, and you've got this. Sending you lots of love and blessings. Thank you guys for being here on the channel. I so deeply appreciate you. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye.